I created a Kingdra Budget Friendly Deck which consists of Kingdra from battle size. Let's look at the deck profile. So the deck consists of 2 Crobat, 1 Dedenne, 1 Mew, 2 Articuno, 4 Horsea, 2 Seadra, 4 Kingdra, 2 Frosmoth, 2 Snom, 2 Frosmoth, 2 Capacious Bucket, 2 Evo Incense, 3 Level Ball, 1 Ordinary Rod, 4 Quick Ball, 4 Rare Candy, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Marnie, 4 Opal, 3 Professor's Research, 2 Air Balloon, and 11 Energy. Now let's look at some of the matches. So we are going up against a Decidueye deck and we win the coin flip and we are going first in order to set up the Kingdra. So we have got a good hand, Horsea, in our hand. We can just attach to Horsea and we don't have any other Pokemon. So we are in a good spot because he has got Snorlax in the active position. So he's going to use Gormandize ability. And he was using a blocking deck with Decidueye and Galarian Obstagoon. So let's see how we tackle this. Air Balloon. So he attaches the Air Balloon to Zigzagoon and then we get the Quick Ball. So let's just use the Quick Ball, or we can use Opal to get what we need. So let's grab ourselves Rare Candy and let's just start setting things up. Let's just evolve our Seadra into Horsea into Kingdra and let's just throw away the Seadra. Then we can get ourselves Crobat. Our Snoms were prized, so we couldn't attach. We can't use the ability of Frosmoth. So let's just use Crobat and let's just draw 4 cards. So we got ourselves a Level Ball. With that we can grab ourselves a Horsea because our Snoms are prized, so we won't be able to use the ability unless we get the prize Snoms. So let's just attach to Horsea and let's just use the Aqua Burst ability. This is a good attack because it does 40 times the damage, the amount of water energy attached to this Pokemon, to the Kingdra. So it is a very good ability, and also if one Kingdra gets knocked out, the Deep Sink King ability helps us transfer all of our water energy from the knocked out Kingdra to the bench Kingdra. So that's why this ability is really great. So let's look at what we are going to do. We've got Marnie in our hand, so we can just Marnie in the next turn to eliminate him. So let's see what he does. He got himself Galarian Linoone, and I was thinking that he was going to evolve into Galarian Obstagoon. So the best bet, I thought that we could just attack into Galarian Linoone for now. Let's just Marnie away his hand to make him not settle down because he did the same thing to us. So let's just use Aqua Burst and we can eliminate him in the next turn. So we have put 120 damage on Galarian on Snorlax and he gets Galarian Linoone in the active position using the Bird Keeper. Viridian Forest helps get the energy out of the discard pile, I suppose. I think so. On the discard pile. And let's see what he does. Does he have Galarian Obstagoon? He can evolve into. Other than that, we can win this match easily. We are in a commanding position. We just need some stuff and we can easily eliminate him. So he's attaching to Obstagoon and he switches to Snorlax. So best bet was to just attach and attack the Galarian Linoone before it transforms into Galarian Obstagoon, because this is a control deck. We are not playing any P or V Max Pokemon, but lock ability is really tough of Galarian Obstagoon. We didn't get any Snom from our prizes. Let's see what our opponent does. So he's gonna use the level ball and he grabs himself Rowlet. And I don't know if he places more Bird Keeper or not, because Bird Keeper gives Rowlet the ability to attack easily. So he's buying himself time, so he brings Crobat into active position. But we can combat that easily. We're in a commanding position. He's just gonna Gorman dice. Let's see. So we're going to attach to and just use Opal for now. But Opal is a really bad card to play. So better play was to just attack, but that's okay. He can still attack in the next turn because he can't Gorman dice easily. So let's see, he has already got 8 cards in his hand, so he evolves into the Rowlet into this what is this called? Dartrix. And he attacks with the Zigzagoon's Headbutt Tantrum ability and does 10 damage to Horsea. So let's see what he does, because we are in a good position for now. Let's see what he does. So he's gonna Gorman dice. So we grab ourselves another Horsea for the next turn. Let's just attach to Crobat and just throw away our other stuff. So we can evolve our Horsea into Kingdra, and let's just retreat into Kingdra. And let's just use Aqua Burst ability. This was a bad play on my part. I should have used that Kingdra. And we did get ourselves Snom, so that is good for us. But that's okay. Mistakes happen. So our best bet is to get ourselves Mew so that he can't attack to the bench. Let's see what he does. We have got Snom. We can grab the Frosmoth and we can attack next turn. So he got himself Fion. So he uses Rare Candy to evolve into Decidueye. Level Ball. What he's gonna get from Level Ball? Nothing. He gets nothing from Level Ball. So we're just gonna present the Horsea in the active position. He's gonna use Splitting Arrow. Does 20 damage. That's okay. Not an issue for us. We are just gonna promote Kingdra. Let's just put down Snom. Let's just attach to the Kingdra and use the Aqua Burst ability, and let's just eliminate him. So we get ourselves Mew, so he won't be able to attack the bench next time around. So he promotes the Decidueye into active position, and let's see what he does. We're in a good position. He attaches to Mew, so he's going to use Psi Power. Okay, and He's thinking of using Psi Power. He has got Fion in the active position, so uses Mew. So he does 10 damage to both our Kingdra. To the bench Kingdra he does 20 damage, and to active he does 10 damage. So let's just discard and grab ourselves one energy from our, and let's just attach, and let's just use Aqua Burst ability. I'm trying to thin out the deck because Articuno is of no use for now. So we get ourselves Evo Incense so we can evolve into Frosmoth next time around. Let's see what he does. He's gonna eliminate the active Kingdra using the ability, using his attack Splitting Arrow, but we have still got bench Kingdra. So he Marnies us and we get ourselves Frosmoth, so that is good for us. And he's gonna Ordinary Rod. So let's see what happens. So he grabs himself Rowlet and Decidueye and Grass and Dark Energy. So he gets Telescopic Sight, which is of no use, Splitting Arrow, and let's just attach all the energy to our bench Kingdra, and then we can just promote the Kingdra into the active position. So we just need to take 2 prize cards and we get ourselves Frosmoth, and let's just use Level Ball. So he just concedes the match. Now let's look at the second match. So in the second match, opponent is going first and we are going up against Mewtwo Builder deck. So we are in a commanding position. We can just promote Articuno in the active position, and let's just put down the Horsea, and we have got Frosmoth and he gets a mulligan, and we have got Seadra as well. So as we can see from the mulligan that he is using Mewtwo Builder deck. So let's see how we tackle this Mewtwo Builder build. A lot of people are playing different versions of Mewtwo right now, and they're kind of tough to combat. So he gets Latios in the active position and Charizard and Reshiram on his bench position, and it is a really good deck to play. Like, Mewtwo Welder is a good deck until it goes out of rotation in September. So let's just grab ourselves a Snom. We can put down the Snom, just quick ball away the quick ball, and let's grab ourselves Crobat because I don't want to throw with a Seadra as well as, so we didn't get the energy, so let's just pass. I could have either evolved my Horsea into Seadra, but that's okay. Then he would have benched, then he would have like either used boss's orders to eliminate it, but that's okay for us. We're still in a good position. We have got most of the things that we need. Everyone makes a little bit of mistake while doing things. So he doesn't have a good hand. So he gets Pokegear. He doesn't get anything from the Pokegear. So unless and until he does something, we are in a good position. Plus we have a type advantage. We are going up against a fire type deck, so that is good for us. So he attaches to Reshiram and Charizard. We just need to hurry up and do stuff now. Let's see what our next thing is, because with Latios in the active position, he cannot attack. What are you thinking? So he switches into Rashizard and uses Flash Strike ability. Okay. So we're just gonna promote this Horsea. Let's evolve our Seadra. Let's use a Rare Candy to evolve our Horsea. And let's just use Professor's research. So we can retreat into Snom. Then we can use Ice Dance ability. Let him think. We can pass this turn and let him think that we didn't get anything great, so we are just sacrificing the Snom. Because we can do great the next time around. We can eliminate the Rashizard. And he's attaching all his energies to Rashizard. He's not trying to prepare another Pokemon, so we are in a good spot. Let's see what our opponent is thinking. And he's gonna use the GX attack because he has already used a Flash Strike ability. So he just grabs the Frosmoth in the active position. A little bad play for us, but let's see how we combat this play. Because he's thinking that we can use the Ice Dance ability of Frosmoth to attach to any water Pokemon. So our opponent is thinking of doing something about it. So he's just use Double Blaze GX attack. Let's just promote the Kingdra. And let's just quick ball away the Seadra to grab ourselves Horsea. We still have one Frosmoth in our deck, so let's just shuffle up the deck so that we can grab ourselves so let's just use Opal. So we get 2 heads, so we can grab ourselves the Frosmoth. Could have gotten any other thing as well, but Frosmoth was an important resource that we needed. Let's just attach to our benched bench Kingdra. Let's just retreat into that Kingdra and use Aqua Burst ability. So we did have a bad play over there, but that's good for us. Our opponent was too cocky and he attached everything to his active Pokemon, which is a Rashizard, even though it had a disadvantage. So we are in a commanding position against this Welder Mewtwo and Mew deck. Let's see what our opponent does, and let's see what he's doing. So he grabs himself near the Dedenne, so he's gonna put down more Dedenne. So it's good for us. We can eliminate the Dedenne and win the match. So he's gonna use the Cherish Ball. What's he gonna grab? He's gonna grab Vileplume GX. So he's trying to, he quick balls away the Vileplume GX. And we are in a commanding position. Well played. So I think he's gonna retreat, so we get the victory. So we are going up. This is the 3rd match. We did well in our past match. And this is a Mewtwo and Mew water type deck. And we lost the coin flip when opponent is going first. So let's just promote Snom. And please wait while your opponent chooses an active Pokemon. So let's see what our opponent does. We can just bench the Snom and Horsea this time around. And he's got Keldeo in the active position. Okay, he's got Cherish Ball. Actually, it is a she. Legendary Guard W. Or is it a he? I don't know what it is. Legend Guard W is the name. This is Call opponent. So, opponent grabs Mewtwo and Mew GX. And it's putting down too many Mewtwo and Mew GXs and Keldeo, and with Crobat the opponent gets the Pokemon unless it attaches to Mewtwo and Mew. So our opponent looks in a commanding position. So we have got quite a few cards in our deck. So let's just grab the Horsea. Let's just put down the Horsea. And didn't get the required cards that we needed. So let's just grab the Crobat. I don't want to throw away these essential resources. So we did get ourselves Frosmoth, and we can just pass. Let the opponent think that we didn't get anything from that research and Crobat. It's a good play, and our opponent is confused and thinks that he's in commanding position, and we can come back. It's a strong hand because I don't want to throw away this hand. We had a lot of essential resources in this hand. So Cherish Ball grabs himself Dedenne. I think our opponent doesn't have a good hand either. I think he's gonna Dedenne away his hand. He's throwing a lot of essential resources. Boss's Orders is a good card. So let's see what our opponent does. He has filled up his bench spirits already. So let's just evolve the Frosmoth. Capacious Bucket to grab ourselves water type energy. Let's just use Opal. Let's just attach to Horsea. And let's just use the Opal after this. So we get one heads. So he just concedes the match and we get the victory. That last match was a little weird. I don't know why an enemy opponent conceded, but we got the victory, and that's what matters. Do try out this budget friendly deck. It is easily available in battle styles, and like and subscribe.